This is a trip up into Cienaga Canyon in the San Gabriel Mountains, with the hike beginning at the end of Templin Hwy, the same spot that we began the hike up into Fish Canyon. We had a guest along with us this time as son Steve decided to come along. Here Dale and Steve are starting up the canyon. There's really not much in the way of a trail up in this canyon, so we just have to work our way up through the boulders. In other places we do have to leave the stream bed and can find somewhat of a trail along the side. And although not a big one, there is a stream coming down the middle of the canyon. And in quite a few places we have to work our way across it. And here Steve sort of ponders his next move. And then Dale and Steve work their way along the creek side. And then the canyon begins to narrow down a bit. As you can see, as Steve sees also, this is quite open country. And then we went across a waterfall, where Jack and Dale pause for a picture. As does Steve. And then we climb up over the waterfall to continue on up the canyon. And then we begin to get into some areas that are a little bit more brushy, where we can also look around and see some of the surrounding mountains. And then we hit an area where the sides really narrow down. We have no choice but to walk in the water. By this time our feet are wet enough that we really don't care. And then we find another kind of pretty little waterfall. Now we were supposed to have found a side trail taking us up away from the canyon and up onto the adjacent ridge, but we never found it. So we ended up just backtracking back the way we came, which included, of course, going back up the road to the blocked off portion of Templin Hwy, and then back to the car after a hike of about 7 miles, but not too much in the way of elevation gain, except for the final trek up to get back to the car.